problems need big solutions, right? Well, not always. But they do need fresh approaches to help solve them. When you think about challenges, they don't come much bigger than the Sustainable Development Goals.
The adoption of the 2030 Agenda, including 17 inspiring Sustainable Development Goals.
You know, the SDGs.
The SDGs.
Back in 2015, the world agreed on a set of 17 goals for people and planet.
Our aim is clear, our mission is possible, and our destination is in our sight.
Tackling poverty, climate change, energy access, gender equity, you know, big things like that. The SDGs help bring the world together in defining its biggest challenges. So how do we wrap our arms around giant issues like these? Where does one even start? That's where 17 Rooms comes in. Developed by a team at the Brookings Institution and the Rockefeller Foundation, 17 Rooms takes a unique approach to SDG-related problem solving. I'm going to tell you how it works, but first, let me tell you why it works. 17 Rooms is framed around 3 driving principles. 1, every SDG gets a seat at the table. All goals are valued equally across all rooms. 2, take a next step, not the perfect step. Proposals for action need to be big enough to make a difference, but small enough to get done. Practical actions that can be taken over 12 to 18 months. And 3, engage in conversations, not presentations. Frank, back-and-forth discussions are fertile ground for new insights. Institutional agendas are left at the door. Each room provides a neutral space for listening and brainstorming. With these principles, participants can come up with concrete actions, novel insights, and build pragmatic communities to drive their own progress toward the Sustainable Development Goals. So how does it work? Let's look at the big picture for a second and break down the 17 Rooms flagship process in 3 steps. 1 room or working group for every Sustainable Development Goal. Typically around 10 to 15 people per group with 2 leaders who guide the room's energy and focus. 2. Groups shape 1 to 3 specific, actionable next steps achievable over a 12 to 18-month timeframe. 3. Rooms then report their findings, sharing their ideas and getting feedback from other rooms. Then each room presents their insights to the full 17 Rooms community. Organizers compile the plans and learnings and share them all in a report. Easy, right? Let's look at the details now through an example from a recent Room 17, focusing on the SDG for partnerships. In this room, experts on forced labor and modern slavery partner with leaders from the financial and business world. Their goal? To steer market investors away from companies using forced labor. As far as problems go, it doesn't get much more critical than this. Right now, roughly 25 million people are trapped in forced labor conditions. Modern slavery helps fuel more than $350 billion worth of imports into G20 economies. Women and girls are disproportionately affected, accounting for more than 70% of modern slavery victims. To move the needle on this, 17 Rooms gives them a neutral space to come together, listen to each other, and identify actionable next steps. First, the room leaders, a top investor and a foremost expert on modern slavery, work with the 17 Rooms Secretariat to curate a cross-section of room participants. They include experts from academic, nonprofit, philanthropic, auditing, and investor communities. A diversity of backgrounds, representation, and experience is key here. After assembling the room participants, the next step is crafting the room's proposal. Room leaders guide the discussion. Participants are encouraged to share outlooks and explore areas of potential mutual interest. Actions at any level, from global to local, are all on the table. Not everyone will agree in the beginning, and that's okay. Different perspectives around common challenges lead to creative ideas that invite collaboration. Together, Room 17 proposes the creation of a forced labor risk estimation tool. This will be widely available, easily integrated with institutional investors' existing systems, and can deliver company-level risk estimates across a wide universe of companies. Room 17's focus on aligning the private sector with SDG outcomes resonates with other rooms. Several are also focused on holding capitalism accountable for people and planet, like in the sustainability of food systems, or in creating company-level metrics for work quality. Step 3. Different rooms with different ideas mingle, leading to unexpected insights. At the end of the cross-room exchanges, each room presents its key insights to the other rooms. This is where it all comes together. Each year, 17 Rooms builds on the successes and lessons of the previous year, and each achievement gets us one step closer to meeting the UN Sustainable Development Goals. The 17 Rooms model can be used to create change in any community, at any scale. For example, universities, cities, and even national bodies are already using it to advance SDG action in the context of their own communities. By focusing on practical next steps and growing our circle to welcome new insights, new forms of cooperation for big problems are within reach. That's 17 Rooms. So, what big problem do you want to solve today?